Right. Today we're playing this game called Stanley Parable. I forgot what the end's called. But whatever. Alright, let's see how this game goes. Oh yeah. English. Confirm. No. Just a slide. Very visible. Gotta do all this shit. There you go. Oh, what's the current time? 1:57. Oh, why can't you just use my PlayStation time? I got the time set on there. Oh, I'm gonna just wait until it hits. I'm gonna cut this part out, maybe. Blah. Oh wait, I need to tell y'all the Black People song. It goes something like this: Black people, they jump really high, high, high. They do crack all of the time, 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 time. They are really dangerous motherfuckers. They belong in a jail cell in a zoo. Hope y'all like that song. Hopefully, I don't get copyright strike from Nintendo, but that sounds like the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate main theme. Hurry up! A minute does not take that long. Dang. But I swear to God, if I walk away from this thing, and okay, there you go. No, yes. Okay, let me play the game. Ah, please. Oh, okay. The end is never. The end is never. What the fuck?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was
Why does the quality look so bad a little bit?
in room 427, and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them.
No! No, I accidentally changed the shit.
427 did every day of every month of every year.
Part.
And although
So I just missed some of this shit. I don't know if y'all seen that or not.
That the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He was happy?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Stanley
Something that
Parable.
would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor.
I'm gonna check the. Hold up. Yes, I'm pretty sure that. Oh. Bro, there's no way to make the quality better.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Is he gonna move? Oh, I'm in. I hate Mondays. So I can't do nothing like on this computer. Are these the only three controls? Moving, looking around.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
And crouching.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hey, that's a funny pun. Simply. But where do I go? Dang, everyone hates Mondays. Fuck. Bro, is this a horror game?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait. God damn. I forgot which way he's left. Oh, okay, yeah, I know which one. I'm gonna go with this one because
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
yeah.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
I know
It
this
had really been worth the
room.
detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully
I've
constructed
seen
room.
this room a
Stanley
lot of
simply
times
stood
before.
here, drinking it all in.
All right, let's go this one now.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
The fuck?
And so he detoured through the
No!
section, walked straight ahead
No, I
to
didn't
the
mean to go
opposite door,
there!
and got back on track.
No! Open the door! What is this? I don't know what he said, but
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
oh, is this a horror game?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Fuck
And
am I?
then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Like
For
what?
example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
The
Why
fuck?
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Is this
His
a horror
co-workers
game?
were actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined
keep
himself
walking.
flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he
What
imagined
the
himself
hell?
soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Ah!
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a
What
voice
the hell?
describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice
something
not
else
seem
gonna happen?
to make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake
No, I don't like the darkness.
the cool weight of the
I don't like black people.
the press of the
Please.
mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world.
I don't like these stupid monkeys.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my
Like you have a
dog.
wife.
All
Yeah,
I
sure,
want is
buddy.
my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Cheese! I like
I
cheese!
am okay.
What the fuck?
Stanley began screaming.
Please, someone wake me. My name is Stanley. Boss, I have no I'm real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be
I'm
real.
about to die!
Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
And everything went black.
I don't like the darkness.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Who the fuck is Marielle?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
He
Though she
died?
would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my
What the
mind.
hell is this game?
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then
What
she
kind of
turned
fucking
around.
game is this? Bro, was that it? What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
Is
to the
this game?
meeting.
Does this game have
Perhaps
multiple
he had
endings or
simply
some
missed a
shit?
memo.
There's some I'm gonna listen to him.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What the fuck? Boys! Man, those damn white
Yet there was not a
crackers.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Talk less,
Stanley
do
decided to
unbelieve me,
go up to
amazing
his
work, all
boss's
the time,
office,
blah, blah, blah.
hoping he might find an answer there.
I can open doors?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Or would I just
There was
stand here?
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be there.
I'm just gonna stand here. Do something!
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
What's fucking FA?
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing
Yeah.
around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some
Because-
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Cause you're a fucking nigga, I wanna listen to your dumb ass.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to
So
me.
is this
because
like another
literally,
ending?
This closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Well, fuck you, I'm staying in here.
Maybe
Well,
to you this is somehow its own branching path.
yeah.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Come on.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably
Man,
only got
fuck
the
you.
job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money.
Do
Also,
something
Stanley is
about
addicted
it.
to drugs
Fucking
and
bitch ass
hookers.
motherfucker. Come on, do something about it. Exactly. Fucking scaredy ass pussy.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I'm not
We got
dead.
to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and we're just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen.
Oh, he thinks
Situation like
I'm
this, The
dead.
responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
It's not. I'm a
Prey
fucking
to any number of
PlayStation.
your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
Bro, imagine if
It's
someone
indicative of
actually
the long-term
died.
sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
What if I just keep staying here? Come on. Game.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee, coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Okay, I'm gonna go
office.
upstairs instead of downstairs. Or that's locked. Fuck, I can't see myself in the mirror. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered loses, then that's what the boss chose. Can I take a piss? No one's here. Oh my god. Too much shit. The fuck? Business strategy. What if I... Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
All right.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Fuck.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
I'm scared.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
How long is this recording so far? 19 minutes. Let's go this way. What the hell am I going? Bro, this is a game where
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh! Oh, never mind.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
Oh,
large door
never
that
mind.
read Mind Control Facility.
Let me go this way.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I need to take a shit.
Now,
Ah!
the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
What happened to that
Each
one right
bore
there?
the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh. No. I accidentally pressed my remote. I was gonna do the same shit again. Nope, never mind.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Ooh.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Bro,
Was it
what
even
is this
possible?
game?
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly
game's so
blind
random.
to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from
Well, if
this
I-
very place. And as the
I
cold
thought it was like a
reality of
lava
his
pit.
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
The fuck is this? Yeah. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. I'm gonna do the right thing. Yeah. Fuck this game.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Fine.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you
Okay,
do.
let
for
me turn it
example,
off.
And I believe you'll find this pertinent. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
Shut up!
Where we're going. What all this means,
Yes,
I
three.
barely know where to start.
Fuck, I'm gonna get exploded, bruh.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned on the
Erased?
machine. I
What
set
the
you
fuck?
free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control rested.
Fuck you!
It's quite
You fucking
rich. I almost
whatever
hate
the
to
fuck
see
you
it
are.
go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Bro.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button.
You nigger!
Door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler.
You dirty!
That timer isn't a catalyst to keep
You
the
dirty
action
fuck!
along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only
50 seconds!
cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Please!
Made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's
Shit.
30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds.
Please!
And then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
Bro! Ah! I want
Or don't. It's all the same to me.
Please! No!
I will be laughing at every
Please!
second of your inevitable life until the day happens.
Alrighty, it's time for me to go take a shit because I need to take a shit. Bye bye.